Primarily, if you really look at the recent challenges, there's been a lot of opportunity, of course, but there has been a lot of automation that has happened in this whole logistic industry. But more recently, if you see last 3-4 years during and post-pandemic, I think there are certain challenges which has cropped in and where there's been a lot of thoughts and discussions going on in solutions. Primarily unpredictable and high transportation cost, and that's primarily due to fuel price changes, driver shortages, increase in demand, and also to add to that, primarily because of the whole war situation at Middle East or even in the European state. So because of that, we have also seen during COVID, there's a huge supply chain disruption because of the war, climate, and the political changes that goes on. Along with that, and these are the challenges which are real challenges that everyone is facing, and we also kind of get to see that. Also, what we have noticed is there has been a lot of automation that has happened in last 20 years. But during these whole automation process, there has been different systems, different technology that has got in. And because of that, there is a problem of interoperability. And that's why one of the key reasons of the fragmented communication and the visibility is not there. So one of the challenge is the whole visibility about whole logistic industry. So another thing, of course, that's been always been a challenge is about the forecasting and planning, which actually kind of helps a lot in the whole process of logistic industry. But there's been challenges because of other aspects, which we'll be talking about. So another thing which always we have been seeing is, as we are going through, the labor shortage has been continuously a big issue and the kind of we look at labor's, the skill requirements and their efficiency. This has become one of the core issue, and how frequently and how easily we can train them to the next level, how they can sustain along with specifically Industry 5.0 scenario, how they can adjust alongside with automation and tools. That's another aspect. So interoperability, again, as I mentioned, interoperability is one of the big challenge because of diverse systems, diverse rules and regulations, different countries, and how they work together. So how can AI help, and how different companies, along with now generative AI being one of the core part of the whole AI evolution, how and where we can help is these are some of the things, fields that these are the broad categories which I'm sure every one of you are aware of and can help. AI can help primarily in the whole supply chain, the demand forecasting, and is one of the key challenges that we have worked earlier, to some experience when we were part of IBM, where we worked on a product called Product Information Management, which is the master data management system. Through that, how we can manage the whole supply chain and how the demand can be forecasted based on different different time of the year, different political scenarios, different changing in rules based on that, and also how the supply can be provided there. So one of the another thing is the route optimization, and this is the challenges continues to grow bigger when there is international transfer is involved, and that's where a lot of challenges keeps growing up. And if there is a shipment through the sea, then there is a different kind of a challenge continues to be there. So, and that is another thing which now has been a lot of demand has cropped up for the whole supply chain visibility, where a particular pallet has moved in, where exactly it has reached, what is the state of that particular shipment. So these are some of the important questions that the expectation has grown to the real-time basis, how real-time solutions can be provided, and so that if there is any situation need to be taken care of right at that point. Similarly, the inventory management and customer experience is becoming one of the key things, because in today's world, you have a lot of options, as well as the expectation of customer is very high in terms of how good a service can be provided. The questions can be answered. People are a lot more aware of everything, and that's why a easy and immediate response and informed response is very much required. So another thing which is the connected warehouse. So primarily for this whole automation to fulfill in a proper way, a connected warehouse is extremely important to which basically source the whole availability and forecasting and optimization part. So another thing, so what automating tasks that requires domain expertise, this is another aspect. Till now, a lot of automation has happened, which are robotic in nature or maybe replacing certain functionalities, but the thinking ability or maybe where there is a decision making is required, we still there's a lot of human involvement is there. Now with 5.0, where human becomes the center stage and all rest of the things helps human to function better. A lot of decisions can be taken through domain expertise. And today we have the ability based on Gen AI and a lot of advanced models to create domain expert agents, which can